Hello and welcome to our video of the 12 important life lessons my mum shared with me. Now this video is produced in association with my book of blessings, a gratitude journal that helps you keep track of all the amazing things in life you have to be grateful for. To pick up your copy of my book of blessings, just click the link in the description box of this video. Life is a continuous learning experience. Throughout our lives, we keep rising and falling, picking up important lessons along the way. Some of these lessons come from experience, yet there are others that we learn from watching others, reading books, or watching videos like this one, for example. There are so many lessons I wish I'd learnt when I was young enough to appreciate them and apply them. The thing with wisdom, and often with life lessons in general, is that they're learned in retrospect, long after we needed them. The good news is that other people can benefit from our experience and the lessons we've learned. I personally made a list with some of the most important lessons my mum shared with me as I was growing up. Now, these are lessons that had a great impact on my life. These lessons have helped me become the person I am today. I wish I'd learnt these 12 lessons when I was younger. It would have helped me get on the path to a happier and more meaningful life. Here are 12 important life lessons my mum shared with me. Listen, learn, and innovate. Walk your own path. People like to judge other people. This peer pressure can make you stray from the path you started to carve out for your future. Don't mind other people's aspirations. Don't ever let someone else's goals and dreams influence your vision of life. It's your path, and you decide where it takes you and how long it takes you to see it through. Number 2. Don't hesitate when you should act. There's an old Roman proverb that people often quote. I heard it the first time when I watched a film called The Dead Poets Society. Do you remember that film? Anyway, the quote was carpe diem, meaning that's it, seize the day. More often than not, we fail to act due to lack of confidence or courage. This hesitation keeps us from moving forward and puts us in a cage of wondering what might have been. Whenever you feel it's time to act, take action. No matter the outcome, you will end up smarter than before. Number 3, good things don't come easy. If you want to have a good life with a successful career, emotional satisfaction, and trustworthy friends, you have to work hard. Luck can take you only so far, and the rest is entirely up to you. The amount of effort you put in every day and the ability to learn from your mistakes. Don't think for a moment that someone else is going to fight your battles with the same vigor and passion and devotion as you would. Number 4, take care of your health early. This is so important. When we're young, we can push our bodies to its limits every day. It seems as though nothing can touch us and we're invincible. However, as we grow older, all the parties, drinking, smoking and eating fast food, they take a toll on our health. Start developing healthy habits while you're still young and healthy. Take regular checkups with your doctor and dentist in order to prevent future problems. Number 5, make every moment count. Life goes by faster than we think. When you're in your 20s, you think you'll stay there forever. But before you know it, you're in your 30s and it's too late for the things you wanted to do as a young person. Live your life to its full extent because life is so short and unpredictable. We never know what tomorrow brings. Number 6, money will never solve your real problems. Money is a tool, a commodity that buys you necessities and some nice wants, but it's not the panacea to your problems. There are lots of people who are living on very little, yet have wonderful, full and happy lives. And there are sadly a lot of people who are living on quite a lot, yet have terrible, miserable lives. Money can buy a nice home, a great car, fabulous shoes, even a bit of security and some creature comforts, but it can't fix broken relationships or cure loneliness. And the happiness it brings, well, that's only fleeting and not the kind that really and truly matters. Happiness isn't for sale. If you're expecting the stuff you can buy to make it better, you'll never be happy. Number 7, you don't always get what you want. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Who said that? Yep, John Lennon, and he was so right. No matter how carefully you plan and how hard you work, sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to, and that's okay. We all have these expectations, predetermined visions of what our ideal life will look like. But all too often, that's not the reality of the life we end up with. Sometimes our dreams fail, and sometimes we just change our minds mid-course. Sometimes we have to fail to find the right course, and sometimes we just have to try a few things before we find the right direction. Don't give up. Number 8. There's no shame in not knowing. The truth is, no one has it all figured out. Nobody has all the answers, no matter what they might say on their promotional videos, on their websites. Nobody has all the answers. There's no shame in saying, I don't know. Pretending to be perfect doesn't make you perfect. It just makes you neurotic to keep up the pretense of a manufactured perfection. We have this strange idea that there's some kind of stigma or shame in admitting our limitations or uncertainty, but we can't possibly know everything. We all make mistakes and mess up occasionally. We learn as we go. That's life. Besides, nobody likes a know-it-all. A little vulnerability makes you human and know so much more relatable. Number 9. There are no mistakes, only lessons we need to master. If you learn from everything that happens to you, you'll discover that there's no such thing as mistakes, only lessons to be learned. We try so hard to avoid failure, but failure is the real evidence that we've had the courage to try. If you avoid failure, you avoid taking action. Expect and accept that failure is part of the experience. Learn from it, grow from it, and move on. Even when we're feeling most prepared, there's a chance we fail in accomplishing our goals. An athlete can lead the entire race only to fall just in front of the finish line and lose. This doesn't mean the athlete should stop competing. On the contrary, he or she would work harder for the next competition. The results will come eventually. Number 10. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. Don't expect others to see gold where you can only see dust. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you're capable, a worthy human being, chances are nobody will. You will act on that belief, and people will treat you based on what you think about yourself, based on how you treat yourself, and based on how you act and behave in the world. It's all about self-love. It all starts with self-love. If you don't have the love for yourself, how can you expect to get it from somebody else? Love yourself and others will love you also. Number 11. Don't take anything for granted. We often don't appreciate what we have until it's gone. That includes your health, your family and friends, your job, the money you have or think you will have tomorrow. When you're young, it seems that your parents will always be there, but they won't. You think that you have plenty of time to get back in touch with your old friends or spend time with your new ones, but you don't. You have the money to spend, or you think you'll have it next month, but you might not. Nothing in your life is guaranteed to be there tomorrow, including those you love. This is a hard lesson to learn, but it may be the most important of all. Life can change in an instant. Make sure you appreciate what you have while you still have it. Number 12, and this is the big one. The world won't change if you don't change. You hear people all the time complaining about how the world is crazy and how they want it to change. But if you tell them to make the first step, they say, "What? Me? Do you think there's something wrong with me?" You see, the outside world is a reflection of who we all are on the inside. And all this madness that's taking place around us is a result of our collective consciousness, and unfortunately, it's a very polluted consciousness. It's not just them, it's us. If we want the world to change, we have to start with ourselves, and trust me, there's a flaw in each of us. If you want the world to be better, you have to be better. If you want the world to be different, you have to be different. There we have it, 12 powerful lessons that my mum shared with me, and I have the privilege of sharing with you. Thanks for tuning in, and please share this video with your family and friends. Until next time.